Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to your favorite show with your favorite bro. We are back, back, back to talk about the Sunday football action at hand today, going down live across the nation. First of all, let's kick off with the Thursday night football that was at hand. It was a close one. I thought Packers can pull it off with the desperation that they did have. Lions did come out on top, so we did start 0-1 for the week. However, we are still 113 and 83 so far, about 73%. I'll take that so far. We'll see how we finish off at, but we can always, win more, but we can always lose more as well. So, still being on the brighter side and not the darker side, we will take that. And today, to kick off, we still have an 11-game slate, and let's kick on with it real quick, with 5 of them being in divisional matchups. First off, in conference matchup, it is the New Orleans Saints going up to the Big Apple to take on the New York Giants. This one, we are rolling with the Saints. Why? Well, I would say Derek Carr. I do believe you have the most losses in the amount of years. I do believe 11. In your career of all time. I don't think you nor the team wants to add on to that. Giants, on the other hand, they are abomination. I don't want to go past that. They don't even deserve my words, so I will give Saints the benefit of the doubt between the two terrible teams. And Saints just want to, show life, to show like, hey, I want to still be here next year. Saints in this one. Cleveland Browns traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers, a matchup that just happened not too long ago. That one, the Browns did prevail. But for this one, I am not going to doubt Mike Tomlin to lose 2 divisional matchups. And for the Steelers, they are going to have to keep on, staying on the right track, because if they do start slipping some games here and there, while they were comfortable for the, possibly a home bye, but definitely being a divisional champions, those Baltimore Ravens are not too far behind. And while on bye week this week, they'll be keeping a close eye on this one to see if, Pittsburgh slips up for them to have a chance at the division. This matchup, I do believe Greg Newsome and Pickens had been going back and forth, but Mike Tomlin nixed it at the butt. Nothing's going to happen. No flags are going to cost us the game. George Pickens, you are going to sit this one out. Without that, are the weapons really that, prevalent for Russell Wilson and that Steelers offense to still put up enough points? We will have to see. I think offense, defense, special teams, every which way, Steelers find a way in this one, especially at home, especially with the yellow end zones coming back. Ain't no way Renegades playing and Steelers are losing today. Falcons at the Vikings, the Kirk Cousins Bowl, if you might want to add that to it. But we will roll with the former team of Kirk Cousins and not the current team in the Minnesota Vikings. Why? Well, they are hot, ice cold hot. I don't know if that makes sense, but neither does their season so far. Sam Darnold, first year quarterback there, fits in like a glove. Weapons galore all around. You lost out on your left tackle. You got another solid left tackle from Jacksonville and Cam Robinson. While he's not, your star left tackle that you paid all that money for, he is still, somebody that's trustable on that left side. He's protecting Sam Darnold better than Patrick Mahomes. I'm pretty sure Patrick Mahomes would have taken Cam Robinson any day of the week this season. So Vikings in this one, offense, defense, and they just find a way to win. Last week against the Cardinals, they were close to being down and out. They didn't quit, came back, and won it at the end. It just takes one of those wins to kind of make your whole team believe, and it does look like KOC has those guys believing. We'll see how that goes on. Panthers at the Eagles. Panthers, they're trying. They have a future. Bryce Young does have his bright spots. I'm glad they didn't quit on him, and they might still go back to him. However, he needs, a lot of stuff around him to actually be successful. He came from Alabama, where everything around him is top tier. Now he literally walked into garbage. It turned into more garbage, and now they're trying to, get rid of that and try to just keep the good things. We'll see how that goes. But so far, it has not gone well. The only question I do have for the Eagles is Reed Blankenship being out, in the back. Let's just hope they don't get beat deep every time. But who are the Panthers even going to beat them deep with? They don't have a single weapon. Sure, Xavier Legette, that's about it. Adam Thielen, okay, he's like 40, but I digress. We are rolling with the Eagles in this one, if you couldn't tell. Next one up, Jaguars at the Titans, a divisional matchup that we spoke of. This one, we are going to roll with the Titans. Why? Well, divisional pride kind of factors in. Jacksonville doesn't have any pride. They should not even probably be on a football field. They look prideless, hopeless, just less. Titans, on the other hand, while the season has not gone up to par, while the season has not gone the way they would have liked, it is a second-year quarterback. He got overhyped, so now the results seem a little worse than they are supposed to, and that's what overhyping a quarterback kind of does for you. Getting rid of D-Hop kind of showed how their season was going to go. Getting the safeties like Quandre Diggs, getting Jamal Adams, making that defense into an unit. It looked like there could be some flashes, but those flashes never turned into anything else. If they can kind of bring in those same guys next year, you still have L'Jarius Sneed, Roger McCary. You could have Quandre Diggs in the back, maybe get another safety, get a linebacker or two, maybe get a pass rusher since Harold Landry might be on his way out. So you never know. Long term, maybe it works. But so far, it has not for both teams. Out of both teams, you got to pick one. I am rolling with the Titans in this one. I think run game kind of prevails, and ETN has been struggling. Not that Pollard hasn't, but I think Titans somehow find a way. Jets at the Dolphins, divisional matchup one more time. And we will roll with the Miami Dolphins in this one. Why, you may ask? Well, if Miami's serious about making a playoff push, they are going to have to, get back into their wagon, flush out that Green Bay loss, and then get back into their ways at their home. Okay, cool. You couldn't play in the cold. You better be able to play in the warm weather back at home with all your guys. Tyreek Hill, you have more babies than you have touchdowns, but I don't want to call nobody out. This season has just been a roller coaster, from the Tua injury to everybody being injured to just not being able to win in the cold to just all the external factors for both teams. Jets, another abomination for New York. Let's not even get into that. Sauce Gardner, I do believe, is out. Breece Hall is out. If somehow they win this, Miami Dolphins, y'all might even have to go to the ACC and give us University of Miami or something, because this is absolutely getting ridiculous. Next one, another divisional matchup. Seattle at the Arizona Cardinals, and we will roll with the home team in this one. I know, Seattle is one game ahead. I do believe they are the division leader so far. But I think out of the whole division, the only team that has played consistent so far is the Arizona Cardinals. Why do you think I say that? Well, Seattle Seahawks started out very hot, and then their whole defense fell apart. And then now Geno Smith has struggled. Also, there's reports coming out saying, they don't want to keep Geno beyond next year, and after next year, or I do believe after this year, they don't have any guarantees, so they don't have any loyalties to him. So why would he be loyal to them? That's just something to keep an eye on. I think run game will prevail. James Conner versus Kenneth Walker. Like Travis Etienne, I do believe Kenneth Walker has left a lot to be desired. I know he has not been healthy. When healthy, he was phenomenal his rookie year, but I think that injury bug is just going to keep on getting him unless somehow, some way he finds a way Jack Charbonnet could even take his spot possibly. It does not look that bright for him. But talking about the bright spot in Seattle, Jackson Smith and Jigba, I am so glad, my boy, that you are going off. I don't want to say I had been calling you out, but I had been wanting to see you succeed. Um, so I had been, calling for you to be the best version of you. And you are doing that. You are taking the necessary steps to become that wide receiver 2 right now, to eventually be able to take over as wide receiver 1, possibly in the future. We'll see how that goes. Kyler, I think with his legs, with his arm, I think he just gets it done at home. Bills at the Rams. Next one up. We will roll with the Buffalo Bills in this one. Why? Because the operation offensively has been absolutely a thing of beauty. Joe Brady, Josh Allen, led James Cook, and the plethora of offensive weapons. O-line, they just love to block, pass, run, don't matter. They're there. They take over. Doesn't matter whose house. Bills house. Bills Mafia take over this one in LA. Next one, the Chicago Bears traveling to the Bay to take on the San Francisco 49ers in Santa Clara. This one, we will roll with the Bears. Why? Because Niners are not the same old Niners that we are used to knowing. Christian McCaffrey being out, Jordan Mason being out. Everybody just believes Guerrero will go off, but Trent Williams is not there. Without Trent Williams, that offensive line is not the same. That defense, with all the injuries and the regression of the whole team, is not the same. Fred Warner is playing hurt. Ain't no way are the Niners supposed to win. On the other side, Bears have a plethora of offensive weapons to kind of take you out every which way. They've had a lot of close games that just has not gone their way because of a rookie quarterback and a head coach who is not ready to be a head coach, definitely not situationally. So, can they, will they? Defense travels. I think Chicago does have a really good defense. I think Bears come here and take the matchup in this one. Next one, Los Angeles Chargers traveling to Kansas City, Missouri to take on the reigning defending two-time champions in the Chiefs. And in this divisional matchup, we are rolling with the Chargers. Why am I rolling with the Chargers? Because, like I said, it is a divisional matchup. While Kansas City has played close games across the season, the closest ones, even last week's 2-point loss to us, 2-point win against us, it was a very close one, and most of them are divisional matchups. Broncos game, the blocked field goal, it's always going to be close. And both of these teams are similarly minded built. Andy Reid, offensive minded coach. Jim Harbaugh, a former quarterback in the league. Defense led by Steve Spagnuolo or Jesse Minter, absolutely phenomenal and brilliant defensive minds. And both of these guys are more prevalent in the trenches. They want to win in the trenches. And I think Harbaugh will push for that. Not having J.K. Dobbins, it's gonna be a factor. But I think somehow, some way, they find a way. And especially in the slot with Ladd McConkey, the way they have been developing with him, I think they find a way. Josh Palmer, Justin Herbert, without turning the ball over, you always have a chance. And especially this season, I think they are vulnerable enough to be taken. And this matchup can again resurface back in the playoffs. So we will see how this one unfolds. But for now, we are rolling for this Sunday Night Football matchup with the Los Angeles Chargers. Last but not least, the game of the week for us, the Raiders traveling to Tampa Bay to take on the Bucs very, very shortly. And we are rolling with Tampa Bay. Yes, like I said, I am a realist fan. We are trying to get to that, top position possibly. Hopefully stick at least top 2. To let Tampa Bay win this, go on their playoff push with Falcons hopefully falling a little bit. Mike Evans taking on cornerbacks 3, 4, 5 for us. I think he will have his day. Vita Vea going up against a rookie center, and Jackson Powers Johnson, he'll have his day. Raiders come out on top.